Before we jump into today's video, I just want to say thank you. This community continues to grow and I don't take it lightly, not one bit. Whether you've been here since the beginning or you stumbled upon one video and now you're here, thank you for being here. A lot of what I talk about today, a lot of what I talk about in these videos, they come from prompts out of my Healing Baddies Reset Workbook. So if you're looking for something to help you along your journey, the link is below. I used to think that once I was healed, that I wouldn't get triggered anymore. Like I would become someone that was so regulated, right? That disappointment wouldn't hurt, understand things wouldn't affect me, and difficult people would stop bothering me. Plot twist, that's not the case. And this week I got triggered. I know I don't really talk too much about real life in these long forms, but I do talk about my healing in real time. So this week I got triggered. Something happened, and then for a few hours I am like, oh my God, I thought I healed. Why is this happening to me? Why is my heart racing? Why is my blood pumping? Why am I ready to burn everything down? My thoughts were racing, they were spiraling. I wanted answers. I wanted reassurance. I wanted the misunderstanding fixed right now. I wanted clarity as quickly as possible. Your girl was struggling. So it happened within like a 15, 20-minute time. And so I was like, I need to get up because I need to shower anyway. I went to the shower and my mind is like racing. It's like I said, I wanted to burn everything down. And then I literally had to tell myself, stop. I said it so many times that my daughter said, Mommy, who are you telling to stop? I said, oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I had to get back to myself because where she was going was not a place I wanted to be. Because I knew there was another way. But my nervous system, yeah. But you know what? After I came down from the mountaintop, I let myself cry. I let myself feel disappointed. I let myself feel the hurt. But I didn't abandon myself. I still was able to communicate what needed to be communicated, honestly, respectfully, without trying to force an outcome. And then I put my phone down. Then I got back into my life. I cooked a meal for me and my daughter. I ate the nourishing meal. I enjoyed that meal with her. I decided, you know what, let's watch Disney movies today. So we were watching the classics, Cinderella with Brandy and Whitney Houston. Yes. I rested, I created, I planned, we danced, we sang, we enjoyed our lives, and I kept moving, I kept living. That would have been impossible a year ago. Impossible. Back then, one interaction could shut down not just a day, a week, maybe a month. It would fester in my brain. Now, it's just a part of my week. Something that happened. Like I found $50 on the ground. It's just an event that happened. It doesn't negate my entire existence. It doesn't stop the happiness, the joy, peace that I've acquired, the safety I feel within myself. No. And that's what I think healing is. I know I've said this before, not becoming someone else, someone who never gets activated, but becoming a person that knows what to do after they get activated, knows how to come back to their lives after that activation. And I think us as a, society, think healing is this end all be all life of perfection. And in reality, like if you're anxious, you're doing it wrong. if you still cry, you're not healed, your heart race, then you must be going backwards. But that's not the case. I don't believe that anymore. I don't believe that because I'm living it. I see it. And when I speak to other like-minded individuals, we still get hurt. We still cry. We still want to burn everything down, but then we regulate. And then we're like, okay, let me see what this is really about. That's when curiosity comes into play. Because now what you want to do is now you want to understand why this happened. I think healing is measured by how quickly you come back to yourself, not how quickly you stop feeling, right? Because every time I come back to myself, I'm reminding my nervous system that I'm safe. Not because life became predictable, because I've become someone that I can trust. I trust myself enough to come back home every single time after discomfort, every single time after disappointment, every single time I am triggered. There have been moments over the last year where I would have a coworker say, "Really? You didn't seem like you were having a hard day." And it's like, yeah, I was really going through it. I'd laugh because they had no idea that it was a really hard day, but it was just part of my day. A lot of times I have hard days, but then I come back to myself. I come back to my home. I come back to my child. I come back to my why, And there's just something about like being in survival mode and not. I don't ever want to be in survival mode again. Survival mode had me drained and exhausted. Like, I'm still drained and exhausted. I'm a single mom, right? But I don't take everything on like I used to. It was just a part of my day. It's not my whole day. I still get to laugh. I still get to smile. I still get to make memories. And I think that's what survival taught me. Maybe survival did leave me with something useful. It taught me how to keep moving. And in healing, just change where I was coming from. Different nervous system, different mindset, different results. I keep moving because I know how to come back to myself. Life still happens. People still misunderstand me. Things still don't go the way that I hope they would. I still get emotional. I cry every day, almost. So yeah, I am still very emotional, but that's okay. That's how I release things. So I'm fine with that. Nobody cares about that. I think it's a problem when you don't cry. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, I think the difference between survival and healing is that I don't stay in that frequency anymore of burning shit down or burning the bridges or, accusing or pointing fingers. You just don't. You communicate, you live your life, and you don't attach yourself to the outcome. And literally, I've been doing that for over a year, and I will continue to come back to myself over and over and over again because it keeps solidifying and it keeps reminding myself that what I'm doing is because I'm safe, right? Just because I trust myself enough to make these decisions that benefit me and everybody around me. So I'm curious, friends, healing baddies, beautiful, beautiful healing baddies. What have you done recently? Or what's triggered you recently where you had to come back to yourself? I would really like to hear your stories.